Hey, what's up guys? In this video I'm going to be doing an introduction for beginner friendly players that are very new to the game, brand new. If you are a new player that is starting the game from scratch, I recommend this video for you, and I also recommend this video for the new PS5 players that are coming in March on the 4th or 5th, I believe. So what you want to do is you want to go to campaign. You want to go down here to tutorials if you're brand new to the game, and you want to click on this where it says tutorial into cinematic, and what it's going to do is going to show like a campaign storyline and how it starts off.
Age of Mythology is a game of heroes and monsters, mighty armies and epic deeds. Lead your culture through the ages, from humble beginnings in a small village to mighty citadels protected by the power of the gods. Tear down the walls of Troy. Battle giants in the frozen wastes near Midgard. And fight armies of Anubites in the shifting sands of Egypt. The gods, as a token of appreciation, may someday reward you with great, earth-changing powers in Age of Mythology. Welcome to your first adventure in Age of Mythology Retold. Our hero, Arkantos, sent a scouting party to find the warlord Theris, but enemy forces have cornered his men. We must rescue them. Help!
So here, as you see, it says press A to select my unit. I'm on controller right now on Xbox, but this same concept can go for PlayStation 5 as well, which is A might be the X button for PlayStation. What you want to do is you just want to select your unit and then move to the location here that it says. So after this, it's going to show like a Minotaur killing your allies and stuff like that. Same thing applies here. What you want to do is you want to press A if you're on controller, and you want to press A to attack the other unit, as it says here. On Xbox, on PlayStation, on Xbox it's A, but on PlayStation it might be X. So then after you kill the Minotaur, you get 2 more heroes from the campaign, and Jason and Hercules, and then so what you want to do is you want to hold A to select, to open the marquee to select all your units that are on the screen. You want to press A to move to the other checkpoint.
Look out! A manticore watches the
pretty much basic, basic inputs and stuff like that. This game is pretty easy to learn. It's just one of those games that takes time to learn. And it's going to help you out, and the tutorial is going to tell you what to press. So on here it's telling me to press left trigger and X to open my God Power menu. And then I select the boat power with A, and then I just use it here on this opponent.
There are many gods in Age of Mythology, each with their own unique god powers.
I use the God Power on that opponent. So now it's this other scenario. What you want to do is you want to select all your units, and then you want to press X on the floor of the map to do attack mode. So as you see,
well done.
Killed all these myth units real quick.
Arkantos' army has found Theris'
and it even tells you like what units are good against Wes if you highlight over them. So now from here, I'm gonna hold A to select, or no, hold left D-pad on the controller So the left arrow or left D-pad on the controller, if you're Xbox or PlayStation, to select all your army, and then you're gonna move them to the next checkpoint.
Varys' base is just ahead. Defeat the
So
soldiers.
now here I'm gonna select all my units, and I'm gonna do attack move.
Βούλομαι.
So now after I killed all those units,
This destructive god power
it's gonna
causes
say
flaming
to use
meteors
another
that
different
fall
god
from the
power
sky.
that you got from the campaign or tutorial. Then you want to press A on this or X if you're PlayStation. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna use this power over the base like this.
Behold the power of the gods. The enemy base is in shambles. Now raise it to the ground.
It says that to destroy the TC. The town center is called the TC. That's what we call it for short.
Excellent work. This base will trouble you no more. Did Varys manage to escape? To find out, continue Arkantos' journey in the Fall of the Trident campaign.
There's more in depth into this game, of course. But now what I'm going to be showing is the pantheons. And if you go to this learn tab, you can learn each pantheon and it'll tell you what it does. So we're going to start with Greek.
Keep three things in mind when playing the Greeks. Greek soldiers are powerful, but expensive and slow to train. You will need many villagers and military buildings to support your armies. Next, the Greeks gain favor by sending villagers to pray at temples. The more villagers you have praying, the more favor you will earn. Finally, the Greeks call on unique heroes to fight myth units. Like other Greek soldiers, these heroes are strong, but expensive. Some even have devastating special abilities that can win a battle.
So yeah, that pretty much covers like the small basics about the Civ. There's more in detail, but you know, that's for like later on to learn. Right now we're gonna cover Egypt now, which is the next Civ.
When playing the Egyptians, there are three things to remember. First, the Pharaoh is one of your most important units. He can be tasked to empower different buildings in your town. Empowered buildings train military units, research improvements, and attack faster. Laborers, fishing ships, and camel caravans will drop off more resources at empowered buildings. The Pharaoh can also empower foundations, speeding their construction. In combat, your Pharaoh is very strong against myth units. You only have one Pharaoh, so use him well. Second, the Egyptians gain favor by building monuments. 5 different monuments are available, but you can only build one of each. You will gain favor faster with each new one constructed. Each major god provides a unique bonus to your monuments, so place them wisely. Finally, most Egyptian buildings are either free or cost gold. However, they take a long time to construct. Remember that your Pharaoh can empower a foundation to speed this process.
Alright, and that's the Egypt Pantheon. The next one we're going to learn is the Norse Pantheon, which is a little more different to learn. But yeah, let's start this one.
There are three things to remember when playing the Norse.
Instead of building stationary drop sites, Norse gatherers and dwarves construct mobile ox carts. Ox carts serve as drop-off points for all resources and can be moved around the map. They can also research economic improvements. Second, the Norse gain favor through battle. They simply fight to please their gods. Whenever a Norse soldier or ship is fighting enemy units, your favor will increase. Certain units, like the Hersir, a type of Norse hero, generate favor faster than others. Finally, Norse foot soldiers can construct and repair buildings. Norse gatherers and dwarves can only construct certain buildings, such as farms and houses. Use foot soldiers to construct new buildings when and where you need them.
And now, finally, the last one we're going to learn about is the Atlantean one. Just pretty much kind of a little easier to learn.
When commanding the Atlanteans, there are a few things to remember. First, their citizens are expensive and take a long time to train. However, they gather and build much more quickly than other villagers. Also, rather than using drop sites, they stockpile resources instantly. Atlanteans scout and gain favor using oracles. An oracle gradually loses vision while moving, but when standing still, its line of sight grows and it gains favor faster. Oracles must stand far away from each other, or else only one of them will earn favor. Atlanteans can promote any of their human units to heroes for a price. Promoting takes time, however, so carefully plan when you wish to do so. Heroes are generally superior to regular units, but they excel in particular at fighting myth units.
Alright, so in my opinion, what I would recommend is if you're a new player and after you do the tutorial, you can decide if you want to play a couple campaign missions or if you want to like learn the actual game, like you can do skirmish mode or whatever. What I also recommend for new players is if you go here to go Compendium, which is the book in the bottom where it says lore, what you could do is you can read about the different pantheons and you can learn the units, how these pantheons work, what kind of buildings they make. So here it says, you know, Atlantean citizens, which are the villagers, expensive units that do not require a drop-off site to collect resources. They gain favor by stationary oracles around the map. Here, Egypt's a little different. It says they gain favor by making monuments, and it says that their Migdal units are more powerful than other units, stuff like that. For Greek, it says they gain favor by praying at temples. Greek soldiers tend to be stronger and more expensive than other civilizations. Stuff like that. You can just read this and it'll show you like more information. You can also look at the units. Me personally, I think Greek is in an okay spot. I wouldn't say they have expensive units. I don't know about that part. I think that little detail is kind of wrong. But now next is Norse, and it says Norse gains favor by fighting enemies, slaying animals. Their Norse can train dwarves, which are specialized miners and stuff like that. So dwarves are good for mining gold. Keep that in mind. The other thing in this video I want to cover is skirmish match is a little different than the campaign and the tutorial. So in skirmish match, you can choose to go against an AI where you can practice. And I'm gonna cover up like how does it look on the skirmish map, because it definitely looks different than campaign tutorial. Like you will start off the game with a town center usually, So right here, this is what skirmish and multiplayer is going to look like. You're going to start off with a town center, a couple villas, and what you want to do is you want to build up your economy from scratch. You want to build your base, your economy, you want to build an army later on. At first, you want to just focus your economy, have a good economy, stuff like that. So you see, you get chickens, you get berries, you get these towers around your base that you can upgrade to defend your base later on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna resign real quick though, just to show you what the map looks like. So the map is gonna be like different maps. There's some with water, there's some with, you know, animals and stuff like that. But when you start the game off, the map is not going to be visible like it is now. It's going to be black, and you have to like scout out the areas, and you know it's going to be fog of war and stuff. But as you see, you start off, you know, with a berserk. If you're playing Norse, this is only for Norse. And the berserk is a unit that builds and also fights combat as well. This is just only for Norse. For other civs, you're gonna start off with villagers. You gotta build houses. You gotta build, you know, blacksmiths. You gotta build archer ranges, barracks, stables. And what I did there was I just opened the mini map. So if you press the right bumper, you can open the mini map. This is how the map's gonna look. This is gonna be what your opponent's base looks like. And the name of the game is basically what you want to do is you want to destroy your opponent's base and his economy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this video up here. And if you guys have any questions, just comment down below on the YouTube comments and I'll answer and reply to them.